Greetings to all. Welcome to you all to AWS Solution Architects training sessions. Srinivas here. This today's session is day 2 of demo session, and it is a part of regular classes. But why I'm telling it's a demo session, it is free to attend everyone whoever now registered for demo session. Okay, let's go as general information first of all, then we'll go to what is today's agenda and we'll proceed further. Okay. Once again, welcome you all for the demo session, day 2 demo session. Srinivas here. This is a weekend batch, that is batch number 271. And what is the timings for this particular batch? It is started yesterday, that is 10th February. And the times on every Saturday and Sunday, every Saturday and Sunday, each weekend, it is going to have 2 hour session. That is still going to start at 6 p.m. IST, and it will conclude by 8 p.m. IST, plus or minus 10 to 15 minutes. And this course fee is designed for a nominal fee, that is 2,950 rupees, and the duration of this course is 5 weeks. How to register for yourself on this particular course? Where can we get details? If you are not part of WhatsApp community, if you can log into www.logiclabstech.com. This is a site. I'm going to provide this information on your chat window. At any point of time, you are going to click on this particular link on which available on your chat window. Please click on this link. If you are not part of WhatsApp community, please be part of WhatsApp community for this particular batch. You might be part of other WhatsApp communities and to get batch details. It is very much important to be part of this particular batch. Just click on this, whatever the chart window, I pasted this www.logiclabstech.com. Just click on that and you are going to get a website URL, and wherein you can find upcoming batches information. You can click on this particular Logic Labs, logiclabstech.com, wherein you can find upcoming batches information. Just click on this upcoming batches information link. You are in a position to get a complete details of this batch. I'm going to click on upcoming batches information, wherein you are going to get a complete details about this batch information. Batch number 271, AWS Solution Architect, and the trainer name is Srinivas, and started on 10th February, that is yesterday. This is a demo session 2. And what is the batch timings? What is every Saturday and Sunday, starting from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you will find, if you are not part of this particular batch WhatsApp community, please click on this particular batch WhatsApp link. This is also I'm going to provide on your WhatsApp chat window. Please, if you are not part of this WhatsApp community for this particular batch, please click on this link to part of this WhatsApp community to get a regular updates for this particular batch. What are the regular updates? For example, if any session is going to cancel, till now, till today, you are going to get a message that batch is going to start, class is going to start in next 1 hour. Your class is going to start in next 10 minutes, like that you used to get in this WhatsApp community. From next session onwards, that is next Saturday onwards, you are going to get a communication if any classes are going to cancel due to trainer availability or any festival or anything. If any delay in the class start or any cancellation of class, it will be updated in WhatsApp community for this particular batch 10271. In addition to that, If any new technologies, news, the batches are going to start, they are going to provide on this WhatsApp community group link. So please be part of WhatsApp community to get a regular updates. That is important. Be part of WhatsApp community. The one more thing, if you are not completed the payment for this particular batch, you can find the payment link by clicking on Buy Now link. You can find Buy Now link for the respective batch information. You can find Buy Now information. Click on this Buy Now. You are in a position to get a Buy Now information option is available here. You can simply click on Buy Course. Well, clicking on Buy Course, you need to find out what is the batch you are ready to complete the payment. Batch number 270, make sure the batch number 271 is visible and proceed to click payment. Okay, this is a link where to get a buy now link, payment link, and other details from logiclabstech.com. Okay, at any point of time, if you have any doubts, you can raise the hand. If you are not able to unmute yourself, you can interrupt me at any point of time and ask your query. Yeah. Just before going to today's agenda, just a general information about this batch and what are the general informations. If you have any concerns related to accessing anything, or maybe completing the payment or any information related to batch details, you can contact Logic Labs admin team. So they are available on mail. You can send a mail communication support at Logic Labs Technologies. This is the mail ID support at logiclabstech.com, and you can call on us these two numbers. If you are anyone not able to speak up, please raise a hand. I'm going to allow to. Just a moment. Yes, whoever joined, everyone now they can unmute themselves. Yeah. Okay, back to this topics. First two sessions will be free to attend. That is yesterday one session demo session completed. This is today's session, second session. This is also free to attend without a payment completion also. You are in a position to attend this session. From third session, that is next Saturday, next weekend class. To attend the next weekend class, there will be a separate Zoom meeting link will be shared by admin team. Whoever completes the payment. Whoever completes, they are part of registered participants. Once payment successful payment completion, they are going to get a separate Zoom link to attend from third session onwards. Okay. So once you complete the payment for this particular batch, there is no option of shifting the batch. Okay. If you have any concerns or not able to pay payment completion or any issues with the payment, you can reach support team, the admin team at support@logiclabstech.com, or you can reach WhatsApp on WhatsApp. If you are not able to reach on mobile number, you can reach. These numbers are available in the WhatsApp as well. You can reach and you can send a message on WhatsApp to get an update. Okay. So already provided a WhatsApp community link. Please be part of WhatsApp community. And whatever the session, yesterday session also, and today's session also are going to record. All the live sessions are going to record. These live sessions will be uploaded to LMS Graphic Portal. This particular portal will be accessible for registered participants. Who are registered participants? Whoever completes the payment, they are registered participants. They will get access to LMS Graphic portal wherein they can have the access to this recorded sessions and whatever the note files, whatever the running notes information we are providing in this particular live session, all those information available on this particular portal. They can download the notes file and they can play the recorded video for n number of times. And this access is available for lifetime for this particular course content. And support team is available Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST. You can reach, you can send a mail communication, support at logiclabstech.com, or you can reach on WhatsApp number or mobile number, contact them on these numbers. Here, I'm going to paste one more information. We are available on social media. Please do follow and understand what are the emerging technologies we are going to start, and regular updates will be available on this particular links. You can go to that links. There is a message. Just a moment. I'm going to go through that message. There's a website front page this week. Some offer you are offering. So is it applicable to per batch as well? You please check with support at Logic Labs. Send a mail communication to support at logiclabstech.com. They are in a position to provide the necessary information, whatever they offer, whatever the discount, if anything is there, they are in a position to provide the information. Yeah. Yes, there is a here Valentine special promo. This is what I think. So asking the whatever the information here, 10% off. This 10% off is only for AWS DevOps batch number 182, not for this batch, I think so. If we have any certain concerns, you can reach support team or admin team and provided contact details. So they will assist you on this particular any kind of query. If you have any question for technical related about this batch, technical details, what is the doubt and all those things, I am in a position to respond to you. For any payment related queries or access related to access your whatever the recorded session, whatever the LMS graphy I am informing, if any issues related to that, admin team is in a position to provide necessary support for you. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So move forward. This is general information. You can follow us on social media, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Facebook, and you can get the details of from this website itself, www.logiclabstech.com. If you want to know what are the upcoming batches, by clicking on upcoming batches information, we have been providing through experienced faculty. These many technologies currently it is going on. If you are interested in any kind of technology, you can get the details by going through the respect to WhatsApp group and respect to registration and respect to course content. You can go through that. We have been delivering by experienced faculties. So choose the emerging technology which you would like to learn, enhance your skills. Okay, Python, Azure, see here, Azure Ankit Narula, and AWS DevOps Sunil Kapoor, he is a founder for this Logic Labs Technologies and experienced, very senior trainer. And the different trainings are available. You can nominate for yourself and you can attend demo sessions, how the sessions are going on, and you can come to an understanding. Is it relevant to your technology which you are looking for? Yeah. Okay. So this is all about this one. Now today's session. Going forward, for every session, we are going to continue as like this. Whatever the topics we discussed in previous session, we are going to just do a recap, revision. Yesterday's session, just an introduction and provided a course overview. What is the procedure of training procedure, how the training is going to happen in this particular live sessions. Those details we discussed yesterday. And at the end of the session, we successfully completed AWS, how to create a account, that to pre-tier registration, pre-tier account, how to complete pre-tier account. Is there anyone facing issues to create a free tier account? Is anyone having issues to create a free tier account? I hope everyone successfully completed your free tier account. Today we are going to start. Log into that management console. Don't perform parallel operation. First listen what we are going to discuss in this live session. Once you understand, this session is going to record and it is available on LMS Graphy portal, wherein you can play the recorded video again and then do practice. Don't do parallel uh, steps. Please concentrate what we are going to discuss in this live session. Yeah. So this is a today's agenda. We are going to go through this all the steps. Okay. First of all, let's start log into. Once we successfully completed registration free tier account, we are in a position to log into the AWS Management Console. As soon as you click on AWS Management Console, www.aws.amazon.com/console. I'm going to paste this information on the chart window. Just click on this link and you are in a position to log into this browser. Okay, so I'm going to click on login or sign in process. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to enter my login details. Who am I? I am the root user. Whatever the mail ID, email ID you provided during registration, that email ID you have to mention as a root user email address. I'm going to mention that. I'm going to click on next and then I'm in a position to enter my password to enter into AWS Cloud Portal, wherein where to navigate, what are the details it is going to come into picture in this particular first login console page. In this first login console page, what are the details we can see? Okay. In this first page, as if you are first time login, the recently visited dashboard is going to be empty. You are not going to find anything here. I am finding different services because I have been using these services since many months. That's the reason it is displaying over here. But as soon as you log in, you are not going to get these details. Whatever the services is listed over here, this dashboard will be blank for you. Okay. So this is a console home page. As soon as you log into this AWS Management Console, and then what we need to do in this console, the navigation, what are the information we can get from this particular console? Okay. See here at the top right corner, you can find your account information. My account, who is whatever the account name you mentioned during the registration process, that is my account name is Srinivas AWS. And what is the next one? There is going to get find out what location it is going to showcase for you. Okay, it is a place, it is representing you are connected to AWS region. What is the reason? We are going to see that. Okay, this is the reason you are connected successfully from your system to AWS console. You connected to AWS region. Region is nothing but one kind of data center. We are going to experience what is region. That region is a data center where you are in a position to do practice. Okay, this is the reason. This is the main important. As soon as you log in, you are able to find out this is the information. What is our account? What is the reason? What is a console home? How it look like. Now, first thing is that what free tier account, what are the free details we are able to get? We are going to go through that first of all. Let's experience. Okay. So in this link, we have these complete details. I'm going to paste this information on the chart window. You just click on wherein you are in a position to get a complete information about what free tier, what you are going to get. Just click on this link. I'm going to copy this and paste in chat window. You just click on. Yes, there is a question in the chat window. Are you not able to unmute and ask question? No problem. You can interrupt me at any point of time. If you are not able to unmute, please raise a hand. If you are able to unmute, please ask, interrupt me. No issues. It is the sessions for you. Don't feel that I am disturbing these sessions. No, not at all. At any point of time, you can raise a hands question. It is very difficult for me during the live session to check the chat window. Yeah, please ask the question. Now, what is the question? It is asked in this chat window. Difference between root and IAM user. Where do we notice this? This information, one question in the chat window. Please ask questions in the by unmuting yourself. Okay, please don't mention chat message. Okay, it is very difficult for me to look at the chat window. Yeah. See here, the question is, what is the difference between root user and IAM user? Root user, you are the organization. You are representing root user is nothing but you are registering you as an organization. What is IAM user? The IAM user is nothing but here. This is IAM user, this is root user. We are going to understanding what is this IAM user while talking about identity access management. I told you yesterday that we are in a position to create, delegate roles, what action to be performed. As an organization, I am not going to maintain everything. I am going to deploy an organization. In that, I am going to define someone is going to take care of networking. Someone is going to take care of mental administration. Someone is going to take care of S3 service. Someone is going to take care about VPC. So for that to segregate, as a root user, I am the supreme user. As a root user, I am in a position to create users and delegate the roles. Whatever the users I am going to create, that user, how they are going to log into my organization. Whatever the user IDs I created, whatever the delegation I provided, with the help of root user, so once that delegation is done, I'm going to create number of users. I'm going to delegate you do perform this role. Once that user account is created, they need to select IAM user option and they are in a position to proceed further. Click on IAM user and they have mentioned user ID details and proceed next to provide a password. He is not IAM user is not a root user. He is a some user which were created by root user. Okay, it can be administrator. I can restrict the read only. I can restrict not all services, only specific services he can manage or she can manage. Okay. Okay, move forward. So what is a free tier
Yes,
account?
Srinivas.
Yes, please.
It means root user can create multiple IAM users, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So what is a AWS free tier account? What are the things we are going to get as part of free tier account? See here, compute. Compute in the sense we are in a position to create Amazon EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud 750 hours. 750 hours is nothing but for 12 months. It is for every month you are going to get. See here, free tier limitation. You are going to get access of free tier 12 months. If you already registered, if you are having already an account and it is already completed 6 months, you can continue the same account. Your 6 months also sufficient to perform functions. Okay. If not, better to create a new account with a new email ID. Only thing is required to create an account, new email ID is required. I hope you can create a new email ID with the help of new email ID. You can use the same mobile number, same debit card or credit card information to create a free tier account. Okay. What is important? Whatever the live sessions we are going to discuss here, whatever the services we are going to configure, everything we are in a position to create and practice with this help of free tier. So you no need to bother about I don't have real-time exposure. Within this 12 months, I can say 2 months more than enough to do practice. 2 months is more than enough to complete, to analyze, to understand whatever the subject you are going to learn. 2 months is more than enough to navigate, to implement, to create a solution, to create a project. 2 months is more than enough. Within the 2 months, you are in a position to express, present your knowledge in front of interviewer or in front of by designing solution also it's possible. Okay. So what are the rules we have to use while creating without any bill? How to use this pre-tier services without paying not even 1 rupee or $1. Okay. So compute and storage. What is storage? 12 months free. And what is the limitation? 5 GB. And RDS database. You are the database administrator. What we can do? We can create a different databases and 750 hours. That too every month. Per month. It is not a per all 12 months 750. It is per month. I'm going to showcase, we are going to do now compute resource EC2 deployment. You can understand how easily we are able to deploy. Even I have been using this free tier account for these batches. It's been 6 months. Okay. What is the bills I paid? I paid some services. I'm going to showcase while going through this particular session where the bill is going to generate, why it is bill is getting generated, everything I'm going to showcase. Now let's explore what is my free tier limitation. As soon as you log into this AWS management console, just click on services. I'm going to recommend each and everyone here whenever there is an option to find out services, there is as soon as you click on services, there is an option, services option, search option. If you are not sure what services you are looking for, you can type whatever the function you are looking for, you can type. But I don't recommend to type search engine. Use this click on services and there are categories are available. Whatever the services are there in each category. Okay, for example, I'm going to click on compute where EC2 is available. I need to click on each one. I need to find out where is EC2 is available. First initial 2 or 3 days, it is very difficult where to go to choose respective function. What is the practice you are going to get? Navigation. Where to go to get a desired functionality. Now I am going to showcase where to check my free tier limitation. Okay. Under click on services, you click on services wherein you can find cloud financial management. In previous version, the same it was represented as a cost management, cloud cost management. Recently, it is modified as cloud financial management. So it is very much important. Day to day, you have to log in your portal and navigate. Navigation in the sense whatever the steps, whatever the most movements I have been doing, the same steps you can do practice where that service is available. So I need to get a details of what is my free tier limitations. So where to click? Click on services, go to cloud financial management. In cloud financial management, I can click on billing and cost management dashboard. Click on billing and cost management dashboard, wherein I can find my free tier account details. What is my consumption? You can see here in this particular dashboard, you can find this is a complete dashboard. In this complete dashboard, you can find free tier option. You can click on free tier. This is a one way to get a desired function. Another direction is another direction. Let me showcase clear diagrams. You can click on this account information. Where is the account information? You can click on this account information. There is a small arrow is available. Click on that arrow. You are going to get some additional information. I'm going to click on this. Click on account information. The same window you are going to get. Whatever the window we achieved through services, cloud financial, and cost management. This function also gets the same window, or you can click on account, click on your account name, and click on account. You are going to get the same information. So I am going to click on free tier, my free tier. What is my free tier? What is the consumption in this particular month? In this particular month, my free tier utilization only this much, nothing much used. What is the services sized? Nothing. See here, CloudWatch. What is the limitation? What is the percentage of utilization? Key management service in this particular month. What is the free tier limitation? Okay, Elastic file system. Nothing is used. What is percentage utilization? Now today we are going to start one service. By next day, that free tier, whatever the consumption we are utilized, that information is going to come over here. Okay. Clear? This is a free tier utilization verification for your account. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Any doubts on checking our free tier? Any doubts here? Can IAM have all the access of what root have? Yes, it is possible. We are going to understand what users can be created, what roles can be assigned, what functions can be assigned. By default, the organization, an organization is there. They are going to register in a particular Amazon portal. In that Amazon portal, they are going to host that respect to organization services. What they are going to do? While purchasing that services, that organization is going to get a account root user details for that particular account, for that particular customer. Don't copy the URL. Just click on that URL. And once URL is open up, you can copy on your browser that URL. Okay. What is 086.123, please? Are you not able to unmute yourself? Please raise hand so that I'm going to allow to who raise the hand. Yes.
So now I am able to. Thank you.
Yeah. If you are done, please lower your hand. Any question, JK, Paul? Any question, Rakesh?
No question now. I will
Yeah.
copy the URL from the browser. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Srinath, this is Deep.
Hi, Deepak.
You're saying don't go to search box and use the in-stock services. So I just want to know why are you suggesting this way?
Oh, sorry, I'm not able to hear you properly. Could you please repeat again?
Yeah. Actually, what we do while using console, we just go to search bar and search this particular service. But
Yes.
you are saying instead of that, you go to services and then look for particular service. So I just
Yes.
want to know why are you suggesting this way?
Okay, very good point. Yes, exactly. Why I'm not recommend to search the service. We need to understand there are hundreds of services and each service will be available in some category. For example, application integration. In application integration, what kind of services they categorized? Okay. This is initially you need to understand how to navigate and where to get respect to service. What is a category? Sometimes in interview or exam, there is a tricky question will come into picture. Where to go to deploy an instance. You are not in a position to click on search and instances, or you are not, you can go to search and you can type EC2, but you are not sure this EC2 on which category. The tricky question is going to come into EC2 on which category. Okay, under services, if you are not sure under services, under compute, EC2 will be there. You are in a position to answer in a quick manner. As soon as whoever this particular session fresh joining to this AWS console, the initial sessions, please navigate, click on services and find out where that respective service is available, which category it is available. I can click on, for example, if I want to go to VPC, as soon as VPC is available, I'm going to click on this. And at the same time, if I click on console window, the main console window, I am able to find here. No need to click on services. No need to click on search. Is there in dashboard. I can directly click on this EC2. How do you know that where I'm getting this? You are not going to get, right? So this is very much important. Initially, you do navigation. Navigation is very, very important. Yeah, that's the reason I'm encouraging each and everyone to go and select a desired function to get into that particular service. Yes, any questions, please?
Thank you, Srinivas.
Yeah. Anyone? Okay. Let's move on. Thank you. So what we are going to do? We understood pre-tier registration. Then the next one, we are going to understand the important function called AWS Global Infrastructure. AWS Global Infrastructure. If you are not getting this link, go to Google, open the Google, in the Google window, search bar, AWS Global Infrastructure Map. You are going to get a same window. I'm going to paste this information window on the chart window. Just click on this link, wherein you are going to get a complete information. We are going to discuss about this. Okay. This particular AWS Global, how this AWS configured in the entire globe, how they are going to represent, how they are going to connect for the customer requirement. So AWS Global Infrastructure spills in different regions. How many regions currently they are serving to the customers? Entire globe, they have 33 regions currently. This is also one of the interview questions. At the same time, exam question as well. What is the reason? A region is nothing but a geographical location. In geographical location, what they are going to have? That specific geographical location, that is whatever the green dots you are able to see, this is called a region. In India, there are two regions are available. One is Hyderabad, one is Mumbai. In India, there are two regions are available. What is a region? Region is nothing but a geographical location. And at the same time, in Hyderabad, they have that. In Hyderabad, if you click on that Hyderabad dot, you can just move the mouse onto Hyderabad. You can find there are availability zones. What is the availability zones? It is a data center. In that respective region, they have 3 data centers availability zone. In Hyderabad, the south and 1 data center, north and 1 data center. In central of Hyderabad is they have the 1 data center. What is this? If something goes wrong in Hyderabad, one portion of that maybe flood or maybe national disaster, whatever it may be, whatever the services posted in the respective zone, respective region, they are available in other availability zones. So each region, one or more data centers will be there. That is nothing but a region. Okay. There may be 2 availability zones. Availability zone is nothing but data center. Data center is nothing but a building which can configure, having a configuration of multiple servers, physical servers, network interfaces, network devices, AC, power services, everything will be available. So literally, we are going to connect a region. As soon as you log into that AWS management console, you are going to connect a specific place. See here where I am in. As soon as I log into that, each one of you is going to connect one region. Which region I connected? North Virginia. Where it is North Virginia is in US. So how it is going to choose? As it is a free tier account, it is going to from, for example, I am sitting in Bangalore and I'm using internet service from Airtel. So as soon as my internet connection goes to that AWS management console, the portal is going to connect my account wherever the resources are available to serve me. Whatever the connection I'm going to do, whatever the services I'm ready to deploy, I'm going to connect a region by default. You may connect it to Sydney, other may be connected to Mumbai, other may be connected to another region. What is the criteria it is going to follow? Whenever you are going to connect this AWS management console, at that particular time, from your internet connection, where it is going to connect easily, and where that particular time, whatever the point you are going to connect, which data center, which region, which availability zone having a free resources, there is no load, that data center, that availability zone is going to connect. So what is a global infrastructure? Global infrastructure is nothing but talks about how many regions, 33 regions currently they are serving. A region is nothing but one or more availability zone. What is availability zone? Availability zone is nothing but a data center. Okay. These are different concept, point of presence, regional edge caches. What is a regional edge caches? Edge cache, edge locations, we are going to call it as edge locations. They are going to place, for example, one particular service, that is, we are going to talk about CloudFront, one of the service, what it is going to do. For example, what it is happening now, I connected to AWS Management Console. Whatever the service I'm going to choose, what my internet connection is going to do, my internet connection is going to connect North Virginia. I'm sitting in Bangalore and it is using my internet connection and reaching North Virginia. For example, I'm trying to upload a 1 GB data file. It is going to transfer to North Virginia by using my internet service. Instead of edge locations are going to play a vital role. First of all, that is going to connect nearest edge location. Edge location is going to act as a tiny data center, a small data center, which is going to have a dedicated connection to entire global infrastructure with a less latency, higher data transfer rates. If you connect your internet service provider, it is going to have certain bandwidth limitation. But edge location is going to provide a seamless service, a faster access to your whatever the service you are going to look for. That is edge location. Hope it is clear. What is global infrastructure? There are 33 regions. Each region have an availability zones, 2 or more. What is availability zone? Availability zone is nothing but a data center and point of presence and edge cache, edge locations. That edge locations are nothing but a small data centers. Okay. This is
Hello.
yes, please.
Hi, Srinivas. Avinash here.
Avinash.
When we look for the regions in India, For Mumbai, it is mentioned as availability zone or local zone. What is that local zones?
Okay, very good point. See here, availability zones are available for entire. I can connect. For example, I'm looking. US customer is there. US customer is posting the services in Mumbai. Okay, so that US customers are able to access this availability zone. The local zones is dedicated for to serve customers which are available within that India. They are going to have another kind of data centers dedicated for local purpose. There is a one more data center. Yeah, some services are having availability zones and local zones. In US also you can find this kind of zones are available. Where is this? See here, there are availability zones and local zones, wavelength zones. There are different zones, local zones and wavelength zones to to provide a service to the respective customer. What is the distance to host the service? For example, if I'm hosting service, the customer is sitting in US and I need to place the services in US. Who are that users? I am placing service, I am going to host my web server in US. But who is going to use that web server? Maybe US users or maybe UK users, maybe India users. If that particular service is only meant for US customers, that service can be configured in the respective availability zone or local zones. They are going to have some additional features or additional data transfer rate, easy of access, and all those things are going to be possible. Yeah, you just
Oh,
go
thank
to
you.
the search engine, understand the topic availability zone versus local zone versus wavelength zone versus edge locations. Okay, you are going to get a complete information. The beauty of this AWS or any cloud provider, excellent documentation will be available. You will get a complete information in the form of documentation, in the form of knowledge base article. Okay. So please refer whenever you are looking for some information related to AWS. Please rely on AWS docs.aws.com. Okay. There we are going to get a complete information. Or else as soon as, for example, here it is a info is there. You don't know what is the info. You just click on that info. You are going to get a complete information. See here, you are going to get a getting started with AWS management console, working with widgets. So complete documentation you are going to get. See here docs.awsamazon.com. You are going to get excellent documentation. No need to go to Google and search for the concept. You just know what is you are looking for. Local zone. You just type local zone and you are going to get complete information related to local zone. Yeah. So please go through this documentation. You are going to enhance your knowledge in a different levels. Okay. Back to the topic. So we understood what is the reason where we are connected. Now, what is our today's agenda? We are going to understand important service called EC2. What is EC2? For example, I'm going to go to a layman understanding. Everyone, it is a please consider it an interactive session. I would like to hear from you all. Okay, now I would like to deploy I need a system to do my practice. What practice? What I am planning to deploy a Windows server. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. So I would like to learn about Windows 2016 or Windows Server 2019 or Windows Server 2022. For example, I am going to say that Windows Server 2022. I need to know what is that, how do we log in, what are the things to create a server. Now, can you anyone tell me to load an operating system what is required? I would like to have a Windows Server 2022 server deployment as a traditional approach. You are there. What is required, first of all? Can anyone please speak up? Yes, you can unmute, please, Joseph. No need to raise the hand.
Bootable.
Yeah, you need to know you need to know the operating system, which is Windows. You
Yes.
need the CPU.
Yeah, exactly.
You need
CPU.
the storage.
Okay.
You need the RAM,
Okay, perfect.
and so those are the basics. Start with the networking aspect
Yes.
of it.
This is a system is required. I need to have a system, right? Without system, I am not in a position to perform anything. First of all, I need a system. What is a system? For example, system is there. If I don't have any system, what I need to do? I need to purchase a system. What configuration I need to look for to load 2022 operating system? Maybe CPU, maybe 4 CPU or 2 CPU, whatever it may be. Memory 2 GB or 8 GB or whatever it may be. And storage maybe 30 GB. And network one network interface, NIC card will be there. This is a basic system is required. I need to have a server, a system. What is a server and desktop, by the way? What is a desktop? What is a server? Can anyone? What
The
is a
desktop,
desktop?
the
Yes,
desktop will be the with limited capability, and server will be the better capability.
okay, that is perfect. Any other example, please?
Desktop works at the front end that we use as users, and the server works at the back end that is used to process the services.
Yes, exactly. That. Thank you. Yes.
Desktop we can say like a standalone system, and for the server we can like it is providing services to other system as well.
Yeah. Every answer is correct. A desktop is nothing but a single user interface, and server is a multi-user interface. Whenever some users are going to connect, multi-users are able to connect the server, web server. Multiple people are going to access the website. That website to access for the multiple users, whatever the web application we are going to install, that web application should be installed on a server operating system. Then only that web server will be available for multiple users, right? So according to user requirement, your application is going to create a developed by developers. While creating the application by developers, they are going to design that application in such a way that what is the requirements to install that application. They are going to say that operating system is required with this configuration, a 2022 operating system or Red Hat Enterprise, Red Hat Linux or Ubuntu server, whatever the operating system to execute that application. Operating system, what is required? Operating system, again, it requires a hardware. That hardware might be a physical hardware or might be virtual hardware. Now, whatever the system, for example, you are planning to host a web application in this particular scenario, web application, you are going to web server, we are going to deploy. And that application is going to work on 2022 server. To install 2222 server, I need a system. What system? That system is nothing but to load this operating system, there is a minimum configuration we need to have. So, for example, this is a need to do. Now there is no cloud. Keep it aside. I'm talking about traditional environment. Now, what you need to do? You need to go to the market and you need to purchase a system. Say, for example, maybe 30K or 1 lakh you are going to spend to purchase a system. Why you are purchasing a system? To configure web server, you need to have a system. For that, you need to spend this much amount. Once this much amount is available, then what you are going to do? You are going to connect Microsoft portal, wherein you are going to download. What you are going to download? You are going to download ISO image for 2022 operating system. You need to download ISO image. You purchase a system and then you need to download. For that, again, what you need to spend? You need to purchase a license to use that particular product. License you need to purchase. Okay, license also you need to spend some amount to purchase and download this product. Once that is done, what is required? You need as a Windows admin to install, to configure that server. Once Windows admin is done, then you are going to load as an application where you are in a position to configure your application. How much time you are spending, what are the things you are doing. Instead of all those things, without any upfront cost, you are able to do it a simple 22 server with a few clicks. No server required, no hardware is required. No need to spend this much amount to get a system. No need to download this 2020 server image. No need to purchase a license. Just this cloud portal, wherever you are connecting AWS console, how do we deploy with a simple clicks? I'm going to click on services. I'm going to click on compute and I'm going to choose EC2. In this EC2 dashboard, EC2 is nothing but Elastic Compute Cloud. That compute cloud 2 Cs, that is EC2. That's what EC2 dashboard. In this EC2 dashboard, as soon as you connect, where we connected, I am using one particular server which is under North Virginia data center. I am sitting in Bangalore in my system. I am using that particular system service, whatever this service we are going to use. How I am using the service? I am using a service that is a EC2 service over internet. A simple understanding what is a cloud. A cloud is nothing but using a specific service over the internet. I am using able to connect, able to access one particular service by using internet. Utilizing the service over the internet is nothing but a cloud. What is a cloud? A simple layman understanding. What is using a specific service over the internet is nothing but a cloud. Okay, now let's proceed to deploy instance. How easily I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to take more time. Once you are going to practice, within 2 minutes, my system will be ready with the operating system. In this particular scenario, you need to spend the amount, you need to go to the market, buy the system, and get the configuration, and need to download, and need to purchase, and need to install. It is going to take minimum 1 hour, 2 hours to configure the system. But here, I am able to complete with a simple clicks. My server will be ready. How do we proceed? Simply click on launch instance. Where it is launch instance is available. As soon as you click on services and click on compute, under compute, you will find EC2. Click on EC2. You are going to come back to that EC2 dashboard. In this EC2 dashboard, you have an option of launch instance. Here, I'm going to click on launch instance. As soon as click on launch instance, whatever the name, I'm going to planning to deploy my web server. Okay, here the name just provided the name. Then what we are going to choose? I am planning to deploy my Windows. There are different operating systems are available. In next session, we are going to deploy Windows and Linux together in a separate sessions. how easily we can deploy. Today, I'm going to showcase only Windows. Okay, select Windows. I'm selected. Windows selected. Okay, then here, what you need to, which version is I need to choose. Next selection is I selected Windows operating system. I need to select which one operating system. There are versions are available 2022 base, 2019 base, 2016 base, different versions are available. Which one I need to choose? I need to make sure whatever the version, it, that free tier is eligible. Whatever the version, whatever the operating system version available, that we need to make sure I am going to select an option of free tier. Wherever free tier option is available, we need to make sure whatever the selection you are going to do, make sure the free tier eligible is there. If free tier eligible is not there, that means you need to pay charges. What is the charges? How much charge you are going to pay? That we are going to see that now. Okay. So I selected 2022 base. That is my requirement. I'm going to select a 2022 base. That is fine. Then next one, instance type. Here instance type, what is the instance type? Again, in this instance type, I need to make sure a free tier. What is the instance type? It is nothing but a system configuration.
Yes, Srinivas.
Yes, please.
In that previous step, how we can pick up it is only 2022 base. How can we take up the requirement as it is? Why not 2016 or why not 2018 like that? And what is the difference between base and core base?
Okay. See here we are having a 2022 base. What is a core? What is a base? The difference core and base is while loading an Windows Server operating system, a core is nothing but a specific service can be installed by using port selection. General base is in the sense it is going to be available for all services are available. A core means only specific functionality we are going to choose while selecting a core operating system. Okay. Windows administrators knows this, why we are going to choose a core, why we need to choose base. By selecting a base, I can configure later. There are options are available, all core services, what are the core services are available, I can configure. If you choose core, during that selection itself, I have to choose what core it is. It may be hypervisor, it may be what function, web server functionality, whatever the function core service we are going to choose, we have to choose only in that particular server. That related services only will be configured on that particular operating system, not all. Okay. In the base, all operating system, all services will be available. Okay, that is the base versus core base difference. Why I'm choosing 2022? Why I'm choosing? I'm going to back to requirement. What is my requirement? My application team is asking, I have to configure my web server. To configure web server, I need a system with the configuration. They are going to provide configuration. What configuration they're providing? A
Windows
CPU.
Server.
Yeah, 22 server should be there. And this is a CPU, this is a memory configuration, this is a storage. They are going to provide a configuration details. Once this particular server is ready, then they are going to configure this web server application. Okay, that's the reason I am selecting. How easily I'm selecting? Just a mouse click only. I no need to have any knowledge on Windows administration to deploy a server in this cloud portal. How simply we are able to deploy. Let's see that how easy to deploy, how easily we are accessing this web server or Windows server. First, we are deploying Windows server. Yeah, let's proceed. Is it your clarification done?
Yes, Srinivas, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure whatever the operating system you are going to select, we need to make sure the free tier eligibility should be there. Okay, that is important. Next. Instance type. See here, instance type again, we need to make sure free tier eligible. And if you drop down here, you can find different configurations. Whereas only one option it is showing a free tier eligible. Rest all, I am not able to find free tier option. What is this? A system configuration for free tier eligibility without paying any 1 rupee. I am able to get a system for our practice that's 750 hours per month. Okay. For example, I'm going to choose a different configuration. I don't want in a free tier, I'm going to get a 1 CPU, 1 GB memory, and this is the configuration I'm going to get in free tier. I don't want that configuration is not sufficient for me to practice. Then I'm going to choose 2 CPU 4 GB or else 2 CPU 8 GB gig memory or 4 CPU 16 GB. If I select apart from free tier, if I select 16 GB, what is the charges I have to pay? See here, on demand RHEL base. If I'm using Windows operating system with this configuration, how much I need to pay? Per hour, $0.024. $0.024 means as per Indian currency, it may be for 1 hour, I need to pay maybe 10 rupees per hour. That is the beauty of this cloud. Pay as you go model. No need to go for upfront. I need not to go for to test some function. No need to purchase a server hardware. No need to download, purchase a license. To do simple configuration, I would like to test some application. Okay. If you are having a free tier, that's fine. If you are not going to have a free tier, you can choose a service with a less price, very, very less price. That is the beauty of this cloud. You use for a certain purpose and get rid of. For example, if I deploy in this particular traditional environment, I'm going to spend 30K or 1 lakh and I'm going to have the system. System having is not as only thing. I need to provide a space, a data center, a room, wherein I need to provide a power supply, AC consumption, and there should be some setup I need to establish to place my system. Am I going to spend anything here? I am just connected to my AWS portal wherein I'm able to deploy without paying anything. No upfront cost. That is the beauty of this cloud. That's the reason clouds are emerging nowadays. For a small startup company, they would like to have their website information without any upfront cost. That's the reason these cloud services are popular nowadays. Okay. Okay, selected. What are the things I done? Selected Windows Server. I just mentioned server name. Then next selection Windows. Next selection is 2022 base. That is a free tier eligible is there. What is the configuration for free tier is available? This is more than enough. 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. I can compare with other vendors. I'm not going to point any other vendors. You can see the difference. Even 1 CPU, 1 GB memory having a 2022 server, how seamlessly it is going to work. That is the underlying hardware, that is the capability of AWS management console is going to provide. You are not going to have a visibility what is the underlying virtualization. But I'm able to work on seamlessly on 2022 server with 1 GB, 1 CPU. Let's have a look. Okay, we are going to deploy. Then proceed with the key pair. What is its key pair? Whatever the server we are going to use a template image. That image is configured by AWS management. Vendor is going to configure that image. We don't know what the username and password is set up. For that, to gain that password details for to access the login to that server, they are going to provide a key pair. What is this key pair? In this particular image, whatever the image it is going to have, this image having a one public key. One key will be there in that particular image. That public key, to match to that public key, I'm going to create a key pair. This key pair is nothing but private key. as that lock is there in that system, I'm going to create a key to open the lock. So in that image, there is a public key will be there. They are placing while deploying, creating an image, they are going to place one particular public key. While deploying this service, I'm going to create a key pair. Just select a key pair. I'm going to select PEM extension file. It is going to help to create a private key for my system. With the help of create private key, I am able to generate the password. We are going to see that how to generate the password. I'm going to click on create a key pair. What is a key pair name? I'm going to mention batch 271 Windows key. If you want, you can mention the date as well, 11th Feb. This is a key, private key I'm generating in Windows portal. I'm going to create key pair. This file, while for Windows system, I have to choose .pem extension. For Linux system, I need to use .ppk. We are going to see where this particular PEM extension is going to use, where it is going to use .ppk extension. Okay. Now, as we are deploying, we have to generate a key pair with a PEM extension. Just create a key pair. It is going to download and it is going to save in my download folder. Okay, let it be, keep it there. So see here, create private key generated. That private key file name is B27271 win key 11th February. That's it. Only 3 selections. Rest all leave it as it is. Rest all leave it as it is. No need to do anything. Okay, we are going to discuss about other configuration in later stages. I am going to deploy only 3 clicks. I am able to deploy my Windows server. Okay, see that this configuration, all those things, leave it as it is. We are going to discuss later sessions. What are the things I selected until now? I selected only, I mentioned the name and selected Windows, and I selected a version of Windows operating system, and then server configuration. What is the configuration, how much memory and all those things, that is selected. I need to make sure while selecting operating system and server hardware, I need to make sure free tier eligible is there or not. That is important. These 2 selections. Here, free tier. Here, server configuration also free tier is there. These 2 important steps. Don't miss this selection. Okay. Make sure free tier is selected. Once free tier is selected, that's it. I am in a position to create a key pair to log into the server. Once server is deployed, I need to log in. Where can I get the password details, username and password details? To generate that username and password details, I need to generate a key pair. Whatever the key pair it is going to generate, with the help of this particular key pair, I am able to generate password. Okay. Only 3 configuration selections I made to deploy this system. So just click on proceed with the deployment. That's it. I'm going to click on here, the launch instance at this particular stage here, this launch instance in this particular screen. Okay. Only 3 configurations I'm provided. I'm going to click on launch instance. So I'm deploying a server as per my requirement. Where I'm deploying the server? I'm deploying the server in North Virginia data center. See how to access the server from my system. So simple. Let's proceed. Instances. Again, I'm going to go back. Click on services. Sorry. Click on services. Compute. EC2. Previously, my dashboard is completely free. Now I can see that in my dashboard, if I click on instances here, previously my dashboard is everything 0, 0, 0. Now I can see that one instance is created. It is showing as number 1. Key pair I generated, it is showing number 1. And volumes, it is going to showcase as number 1. I'm going to showcase. Click on instances where it is showing. Once that instance is ready, If it is in running state, this I'm going to just refresh here, this dashboard. You can see my instance number, see running, whichever the instance is running, it is updated as a 1. Okay, so this is important. Just notice this. I'm going to see that. Okay, I'm going to click on instances. Whatever the server, web server, this is the server created for my purpose. So here you can see that the server is, when can we connect to this particular server? It is going to take 2 minutes to 5 minutes time to create the server in the respect to availability zone, which region it is going to create. This EC2, and I am creating an instance. Instance is nothing but a system in AWS cloud. That same system is representing as a technical term, that is instance. If you go to the Azure, the same system, it is going to represent as a virtual machine. The concept, we need to understand the traditional environment, how you are going to call it as. You are going to call it as a Windows server, you are going to call it as a system, you are going to call it as different terminologies you are going to use. For example, simplest example. In traditional information, we are going to call it a system or server. Okay. In hardware type, whatever the hardware, is it a physical or a virtual? Based on that system type, you are going to say that it is a physical system. You are going to say that physical system, or else you are going to say that virtual system. What is this same name? Same system is changed as now physical system. If you are loading on the same physical or virtual system, if you are loaded as a Windows Server 2022, now same system I'm going to call it as a 2022 server or 2022 system, right? Now on the same system, you install a web application. The same system based on application, what you are going to say? It is a web server or DB server. Now in cloud, the same server, the same system, I'm going to call it as, what is the first onwards I'm going to come. First thing, instance. Next one, what kind of OS instance it is? It is a Windows 2022 instance. What application? Web application, web server, web instance, or DB instance. The name is changing, that's it. What is the name? In this cloud, AWS cloud, the same system we are going to represent as an instance. That's it. Nothing much difference. Hope you understand. Okay, now let's refresh here. The server deployment is completed or not. As soon as the status check is showing as 2x2 check pass, that means that system is deployed and running perfectly. Where it is running? In North Virginia data center, I am able to deploy a Windows 2022 instance. Now how to connect? How to log into this system? What are the user details and login details? Okay, so what I need to have to connect? I need to have a system name or IP address. Then next, username. Next, I need a password to connect. Then what is one more thing? I have these details. I need to have a tool application to establish communication to connect to the system. What is tool for Windows Server to connect remotely? What is the tool we are going to use to connect to Windows Server remotely? Anyone? What is the tool we are going to use to connect a Windows Server?
RDP.
RDP. For every system, whatever the system we are going to use, You can find in your system on your laptop, Mac OS or Windows OS or Linux OS, you can find a remote desktop client tool, remote desktop connection, RDP tool. So here we need to mention IP address, where to get IP information. The server is deployed. I need to have the server details. So I'm going to select, either I can click on here, just select this particular checkbox. I'm going to get details in below. See here, I'm going to get a details below in the screen. See here, what is IP address? You can find certain details available here. Public IP and private IP. What is the difference between public IP, private IP? Can anyone? And there is a reference available, public DNS and private DNS. First, understand what is the difference between public versus private. What is the differences between public versus private?
The public is used by everyone to connect to the system, the internet, and private is only within the network.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for information. Yes, public is an IP address which is available and accessible over the public. Public in the sense, whoever having internet connection, they are in a position to access that particular service. Whereas in private, whatever the information that is restricted to only specific people, specific network infrastructure. Just like if you are going to office network, those who are employed in that respect to office, they are only able to connect that particular service. As soon as public, the cloud is whatever we are going to learn. It is a cloud technology is going to work available over the internet. That services, the services which you are able to access over the internet is going to have a public IP information. We are going to discuss about what is a public, what is a private IP, what is IP configuration, what is IP classes, what is a basic network infrastructure. Those things will be discussed in our VPC class. Okay, I'm going to explain what we need to understand for better understanding of IP address segregation. Now we need to have as I am going to connect this particular system. It is where it is deployed. It is deployed in North Virginia data center. I am sitting in Bangalore and I am going to connect to this particular service. So I need to use the public IP information. This public information I need to use. So I'm going to copy this public IP or public DNS. DNS is nothing but a system name, domain name system. DNS, without DNS, there is no network communication. Whatever the websites we are using, that is going to convert that name to IP with the help of DNS function, domain name system. So first let's go with only IP information. Okay. So my system name is done. What is IP address? This is IP address. That is fine. Then what is the username? Where to get a username and password details? So I'm going to, as soon as I select, if I'm going to remove this selection, there is a top row. You can see the top row here. The connect, this connect tab is grayed out. As soon as I select this checkbox, you are going to see that the connect tab is highlighted. Okay, let's do this. See here, I selected this server. As soon as see this connect tab is highlighted. So I'm going to click on connect. There on a position to get details of three options: session manager,
Sessions.
RDP client, EC2 serial console. We are going to use
Console.
RDP client.
RDP
Console in the
client.
sense, what is a console screen it is going to have? That is another function. We are going to see that in next sessions. So first, I need to have a RDP client. wherein you click on RDP client, wherein I'm going to get an option to get a password. See, what is the username? Administrator. I'm going to copy this administrator. Username is administrator. The next one, get a password. As soon as I click on get password, I have to provide whatever the key pair generated during the deployment. So I saved that key pair in my download folder. I'm going to upload that private key. Whatever the key we are going to upload, that has to be matched with whatever the key is there in public, that image. So I'm going to showcase this. B277, 11th February, I'm going to choose this public PEM extension. I'm going to click on open. So that encryption, and it is going to match with the public key and private key. The match happened with the public key. Whatever the key pair I generated, key pair, what is a key pair? The public key will be there in that particular OSMS, and I'm attaching private key. Once both keys are attached, match, then I'm in a position to decrypt the password.
Decrypt password.
I'm going to copy this password and paste here in this password section. Okay, now I have the details. I'm going to log in these details with the, I'm going to paste, and what is the username? I'm going to connect. So easy. And I'm going to provide password, whatever the password is there, I'm going to copy paste. That's it. That's the beauty of this. Without investing any 1 rupee or $1, I'm able to connect my server, which is hosted in North Virginia data availability zone. Even though the system configuration having only one CPU, 1 gig memory, I'm able to connect seamlessly to this particular system. Now, the respective engineer able to access the respective configuration, web server configuration, whatever the application they are going to use.
Hey, Srinivas.
Yes, please.
If you can just show once more, open from the step, right? Remote desktop connection when you open that window.
Yes, yes, I'm going to come back. No issues. I'm going to repeat again.
Yeah.
First time. Yes. So, see this beauty of this server. I'm able to connect this server, which is hosted on North Virginia data center by sitting at remotely, which where did I sit? I'm sitting in my home at Bangalore location and able to connect. Okay. I'm going to change the password with a simple one. Then are you able to connect or not? Just try from other member. Okay, I'm going to go to is it easy or difficult? Anyone can deploy, right? Is it required any knowledge? Server administration is required. A simple steps with the help of mouse, with the help of navigation, I'm able to deploy Windows Server. Now the server is available. Now you can practice. You would like to learn about Windows Server. You can easily deploy server and you can configure, how to create user, how to deploy any specific configuration. Now I told you, right, while deploying Windows base and core base. What is a Windows base, core base? Now you can click on here that roles, whatever the roles it is available here, the role functions. There are different roles are available in this Windows server. See here, if you are selecting a core base, one of this service, it is going to select and install only specific function. That is a core base. Okay. Now I can configure anything now. That is a base operating system. Okay, now go to tools. I'm going to use this change the password for this system so that one of you can log in seamlessly to this particular server. You are my customer. I created a server. I'm giving this service to you to perform the function. Okay, let me reset the password. I'm going to create a new user1. Password is, I'm going to mention that welcome@123. Welcome@123. I'm going to place that user in now. Can someone connect the same IP with these details? I'm going to paste in the screen and chart window as well. Just let me provide these details. This is IP. Username is user1. Only 2 users allowed to connect. Don't try everyone. Okay. Please try to connect this server with these details. Can anyone try to connect? Are you able to connect? Only one user. Please try. Who is going to try? Are you able to connect? Whatever the service I deployed, you are my customer, and are you able to connect? Please test by connecting open remote desktop connection and try to log into the server. Anyone? Who is trying?
Yeah, I'm trying. Joseph.
Able to connect?
I need the information. I'm still trying to get my access. What is the information? I didn't get the IP
On the
address
chart
on
window I
username.
provided.
You got it?
On the chart window, you are not able to see the chart window?
Let's see in the chat window. Again, the chat window is not showing my screen.
Okay, let me open the. Okay, this is the details. You can try now. 54.166.
Srinivas, Avinash here. I am able to connect there.
6.
Okay,
You
are
did?
able. Okay, good.
Okay.
Here you can see
All right.
that
Okay.
user 1 is connected successfully. You can see that administrator is there and the user is there. Here I can see user is able to connect. This is the beauty of this cloud. Without having, I'm able to provide my service to one of the users. The important thing in this particular function, as it is publicly available, by default, internet access is available. Okay, don't ever try to download anything on this particular server. Whatever the system you are going to deploy, don't try to download any major components like ISO images. Internet is free, but it is not a free service. Whatever the function you are going to use, you can open the browser and you can access internet here, and don't use to download anything, please. If you download anything, that is going to be chargeable. It is not a free tab. Okay. So just connect. If you want to do practice, you can do configuration, or if you are not able to connect, a simple thing. What is a simple thing? You are going to back to this particular console. Whatever the instances are there, if you are not able to connect and you are not able to do any function, you can do other functions I'm going to showcase. You can delete and you can create. Now, how much time I'm using this? Just not even 1 hour. Not even 1 hour. If you are going to deploy this kind of server in a month, how much is a free time? 750 hours. For example, if you deploy this server and leave it for 24 hours. 24 hours. You are not using the server. In a traditional environment, what you are going to do? You are going to deploy the server, and you are going to leave that server continuously. Even though no use also, you are going to leave that server. Yes, Paul?
Yes, Srinivasan, like how can we decide the define the domain policy as well? Like when we connect any system, then we provide the domain before the username. So how that we define in the system, in the server?
Okay, currently you are going to connect on this particular remote desktop system. Okay, you are connecting environment. As soon as you are going to connect this environment, you are going to showcase which domain you need to connect. Here, use different. For example, domain. If you don't have any domain, what I'm going to use, the same IP address I'm going to use, or else to log into the local system, I'm going to use // and user1. That can be done. If you are registered this server in a domain, if you deploy in your environment a Active Directory service configured, the domain is, you can create a domain. On your 2 servers or 3 servers you can deploy. One server you can make it as Active Directory, and remaining 2 servers you can make it as a member servers to the domain, and automatically you are in a position to provide your own domain. You can create whatever application you would like to configure. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Srinivas, once you go to the remote desktop screen, right?
Yeah.
After connection, yeah. So when you get to dashboard, and then from there, you have created one user, right?
Yeah.
So can you just go back to, it's possible for you to show that screen, the remote desktop screen?
Okay. Let me connect. I am using administrator. I'm going to take the session, this one. Just a minute. Let me continue.
Yeah.
Whatever the system you are going to deploy in a cloud portal, by default, you are going to have an internet access. Please don't ever use internet to download anything. Okay. If you start downloading anything, whatever the download you utilized, that is going to be a chargeable. Okay. Please make
Okay.
note of this. Yeah. So I'm able to get internet access. See here, I'm going to open Google or whatever it may be.
No, when I'm going to the remote desktop connection, right, and then I'm not able to get the interface where you created the where you were seeing the all the server options, right, and you created the user. I'm not able to see that interface.
Okay, okay, got it, got it. That is, I provide a permission only remote desktop users. Okay, if you are able to log in with
No,
administrator
no, no.
and
I have created mine means so. Now I have to create a user. US.
okay, okay, let me do it. Okay,
Yeah, here, right.
okay, I'm typing this server manager here. Server manager.
Oh, got it, got it. Okay.
Once you open server manager, in that server manager, there on the top corner, you can find mayonnaise option.
Got it.
You have the tool option. In the
Yeah.
tool option, I selected computer management.
Okay.
Once computer management snap-in open up, then I'm in a position to get a option to create user and place that user in respect to group. Okay, this is generally comes under Windows administration. A Windows administrator is going to do all these steps. Yeah.
Got
Now
it.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we learned from this particular session, how easily to deploy a server without any upfront cost, and that too it is a free. You don't know about Linux administration. You don't know about Windows administration. Easily you can deploy within 2 minutes. Now I'm going to deploy in one more server. See here, I'm going to go to start screen again. I'm going to go to services, compute, and EC2,
EC2
and click on launch instance here.
launch instance.
And as soon as I'm going to mention DB server. I'm going to mention now DB server. I'm going to deploy. What Windows? I'm going to select Windows.
Windows.
One step, second step. In second steps, I can choose 2022. If you want to try 2019, you can try 2016 also.
2016, 2012, whatever.
I'm going to select 2012 same Windows, then proceed. Instance type, I need to make sure free type, let it be the key pair. Whatever the key pair you are going to generate, you can create a key pair. I'm going to mention key pair name, DB server key. We need to make sure it is PEM selection is there. Why PEM selection? It is for Windows, I need to select PEM. For Linux system, I need to select PK. Next session, we are going to see Linux system. I'm going to click on create key pair downloaded. I'm not selecting anything else. Only 3 selections. That's it. I'm going to click on launch instance. Okay, launch instance. The server is going to deploy. How much time it is taken for me? Just 3 clicks. The server is going to deploy. Now I'm going to click on go back to that services, compute. Again, I'm going to services and compute. Even though I know shortcuts to go to the respective dashboard. Why I'm doing this? To get a navigation practice. Okay, always whenever you are going to choose a service, please do practice. Once you are habitual to this, then you are able to understand. Even in this sleep also, you are in a position to where to click to get the desired function. That is important here. Okay, I'm going to select EC2. Under EC2, I'm going to click on instances. I'm going to see that DB server is available. The server, when it is going to be available, as soon as the status check is going to showcase as 2 by 2 checks passed, then only I'm in a position to get used. Yes, please. Okay, so DB server gets created. I need to wait. So I'm going to just refresh in this instance screen, and there is a refresh option is available. Just refresh and make sure the status check is updated 2 by 2 checks passed. I need to wait for this. Currently it is initializing. That means the server is in a deployment phase. Okay. The instance I'm going to call it as going forward instance. Instance is nothing but a system, a server. Okay. So let me refresh again. Still initializing. Let it get initialized. It is going to complete within 2 to 5 minutes of time. The server will be ready for our access. In a traditional environment, the same server to deploy, I need to have minimum 1 hour to 5 hours. I need to have download and I need to configure and all those things. Here, everything will be done. No need to do any administration. Everything is available on the fly. See here, I haven't selected any checkbox. That's the reason the connect box is grayed out. Okay. So I'm going to use, let it complete. Now it is completed. 2 by 2 checks passed. My DB server is ready to connect. What are the details to connect this server? Okay. So I can click on here to get a complete details of the server. See here in this window also, either I can select the checkbox to get connect tab is activated, or else I can click on this respective instance ID. If I click on this instance ID, it is going to open up in a new window. Here also the connect tab is available, and I can get a IP address details. I'm going to copy this IP details. I'm going to paste this IP details copied. Public IP, not a private IP. Public IP I need to copy. Then where to get it? Username and password. Where to go and click? Where can I get a username and password details? Can anyone? Where to go to get username and password?
I think you click connect and then you select the
Yes,
RDP
the
option.
connect tab is there. It is highlighted. This is a place I need to select. Click on this. In the previous screen, the different option is there. If I select the checkbox, the checkbox is selected. As soon as a checkbox is selected, the connect tab is available here also. The same details you are going to get. The same details, if you click on this instant ID also, same details are available. Same tabs are available. Okay. So I'm going to click on connect. Under connect, there are 3 options are available. Which one I need to choose? I'm going to explain what is session manager, what is serial console. Now I am using to connect this server through my RDP client. So I'm going to click on RDP client. There I'm getting option to what is my username. By default, Windows server, whatever the server you are going to deploy, by default username will be administrator only. There is no change. Now to get a password, whatever the key pair you generated during the server deployment, I have to attach. Now, if I click on get password, I have to provide a key pair. I have 2 key pairs. One key pair I was used for web server. For DB server. I should not select this one. If I select this one, it is going to throw an error. See here, even if I generate password, decrypt password, I'm not going to get a password. Invalid private key. See, use your private key to generate the password. Whatever the password I selected, that key pair, it is not matching. I'm not going to get a password. So I have to use the right key pair to generate the password. Okay, clear? DB. I'm going to generate password. So now I'm going to get the password. I'm going to place this. Okay. So again, where to connect? Simple. Go to your system, remote desktop connection, wherein I have to mention whatever the IP I'm getting from the RDP console. And then I'm going to mention administrator, connect administrator, and the password. I'm going to say again, don't use internet browser to download any content, or don't use any internet facility on this particular server. You can practice commands, you can practice services configuration, you can do all configuration which doesn't require internet. Okay. If you download any content, that is not a free. Okay. The bill is going to generate whatever the content you are going to download. If you have intention to learn, the cloud provider provides a complete information The only thing you need to have is an intention to learn. Okay, that's the only thing. You can learn Microsoft administration, Linux administration, whatnot, whatever application you are looking for. With a limited, if it is a free tier eligible is not there, whatever the application you can deploy. Okay, so server is deployed, able to log in, perfectly fine. Once a server is deployed, important thing we need to understand in this particular cloud services, very, very important, please pay attention. So what we did, we selected instances, 2 instances deployed. 2 instances are available here. For example, once your practice is completed, if you leave the servers as is, and next time you are going to connect maybe tomorrow, after 5 days, what is going to happen? Whatever the server you deployed, it is going to consume your free tier limitation. What is your free tier limitation? 750 hours per month. Once your practice is done, you need to delete these instances to save your free tier eligibility. If you leave this instance as it is, what is going to happen? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 24 hours. It is going to deduct from your free tier limitation of 750 hours per month. After 750 hours, whatever the charges are there, in the launch instance screen, you can find out what is the charges for every hour. For example, this is a Windows selection is done and you selected free tier. This free tier without any payment, you can use 750 hours. After 750 hours, what is the charge? You are selecting Windows. What is the charge? The charge is $0.0162. This bill is going to start for every hour. If you use 20 hours, according to that uses, you are going to get a chargeable. Okay, so that's the reason once you deploy the server, we are going to, for every session, once our login and going to practice and going to configure, once practice is completed, we have to do a cleanup. Okay, so how do we do cleanup? Whenever you are going to connect any practice, we are going to start in next session onwards, we are going to note down which data center connected. What data center connected? Now I connected as which region? North Virginia connected.
North Virginia.
Connected. What is the service? I'm using service EC2. How many systems deployed? 2 systems, 2 instances deployed. So it is my responsibility to clean up. If you log off or you forget to clean up, you need to make sure as soon as your practice is done, select the instances and there is an option. See here, instant state. Here you need to terminate instances. You have to use terminate instance. Click on terminate instances, click terminate. Whatever the services you deployed, only 1 hour consumption. Like this, you can practice n number of times on respective servers and
some
even
connections.
Though, yes, please.
If you stop it, will they still charge?
Yes. If I stop
Although
it,
it stops?
yes, there will be a charge. What is the charge will be there? There is a service called volume. Storage is going to utilize. You are consuming storage which is available. That storage is going to be chargeable. We are going to discuss. Okay, what is a charge? If you stop, what is a charge? In live environment, in enterprise live environment, as it is your practice sessions, we are terminating. But in live environment, the server will be having important data. If you terminate, the server no data. So in live environment, how they are going to save the cost? They are going to stop the instances during the respective time. Whatever the business servers, they are going to power on out of business hours, they make sure they are going to stop the respective server to save the billing. Clear? We are going to discuss all those topics, no issues. We are there and we're going to cover all the topics. How to cost optimization. It is one of the key service which we are going to learn about cost optimization. But nowadays, every organization looking for cost optimization because the cloud portal, it is there is no upfront cost, but running cost will be very high because each and every service is going to be hourly basis. Some services, how much storage you are going to use, 1 GB, 10 GB, 100 GB, based on the storage consumption charges will be there. Nowadays, every organization is facing the challenges to reduce running cost. What is the running cost? You deployed without any upfront cost, but every month bill is going to generate according to your utilization. So that's the reason as a cloud administrator, nowadays, every organization is going to ask how you are going to reduce the bill. What are the best approaches you are going to perform to reduce the running cost? Here it is a free, but organization, the every month the bill will get generated. The bill is going to be $1,000 or $5,000 like that. Okay, so every organization is looking for cost optimization is one of the key factor they are looking for. Okay, so how we are going to do cost optimization? Once you understand what functions are available, by using that functions, how can we reduce? At the same time, we need to make sure customer end user should not get impact. My service should be available to end user. At the same time, I need to make sure there won't be any additional unused cost. Okay, that is the concept we need to look for. Okay, now services terminated, that is the thing. So that if you go to that instances, I'm going to go to compute and make sure whatever the center, you need to make sure. See here, instances running is showing as a 0. That's it. That means no services are running in your data center, in your availability zone, within your region, where the region it is connected, North Virginia. For every session, as soon as we start, at the end of the session, we are going to talk about cleanup activity. It is very much important. If you forget cleanup activity, please make sure as soon as you log in, you need to make sure clean up. If you are not going to clean up, it is going to consume your free tier limitations. Okay. Every time, as soon as you log in, you make sure you done the practice and done the cleanup activity. Okay. Any doubts? That is all for today's session. Any doubts before closing?
Srinath, Avinash here. I have just one question.
Yes, please.
For any reason, suppose I want to create multiple instances,
Okay.
maybe some more people are joining. So is it possible to create multiple instances in one go?
Yeah.
Using kind of a templates or something?
See here, launch instance. There is an option, number of instances. How many instances you would like to deploy?
Okay.
10,
Okay.
100, anything. Okay. But make sure you are going to do only one. And there is an option we are going to discuss about auto scaling functionality, wherein you are going to deploy availability, load balancing, all those things we are going to configure in upcoming session. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Thank you. And I have
Srinivas.
one more small question. If I pay the fee for this course, do I need to inform somebody or support?
No need to inform anyone. As soon as you
Automatically.
complete the payment, you are going to get a new Zoom link to your email ID, and there is a procedure to follow to get that login to this particular Zoom link sessions. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, hi, Srinivas. One quick question.
Yes, please.
Sorry, I'm not from the networking background, so I will ask little basic thing. When we created this EC2, right? So we have basically created a server instance, right?
Yeah,
Like we selected Windows at this point of time. We could select Linux also. We can select Unix also, right?
yeah, exactly.
Right. So that is basically server space. On that server space, now you selected the same server space for both web server and DB server.
Yeah,
Now you can go ahead and install the web server over the on this space, right?
yes,
Okay, so quick question now. One gentleman asked like the number of instances, right? So number of instances, suppose like I do 10, right?
okay,
So the 10 number of what? 10 number of EC2 instances are getting created, right?
yes,
Then on each instance, I have to go and install the web server or how it will work.
yes. Good question. For example, this is going to work for desktops instance. Server means a specific function, what is how many servers are required. For example, web server, there are web servers, their web application team is going to configure web server on 2 servers or 4 servers. They are going to mention that I need to configure web application on 4 servers. What you are going to do, you are going to mention 4 here, and what are the configuration they are looking for, what are the operating system. They says that 2022, you are going to select 22, yes, selected. And instant, what is the configuration they requested for, you are going to select that configuration. And how many instances they are looking for, 1, 4 or 6, according to number
20.
you are going to mention and launch, that's it.
Got it. And each of these we will individually go and install the web server.
Yes, once these applications are deployed, we are going to provide details, or else they are in a position to log into the portal. They are in a position to get the details. What is the username and password? Once they log in, they are in a position to configure whatever the web application configuration.
Got it. Okay. Yep.
Okay. Any other questions, please? So this is a final.
Srinivas,
Yes, please.
while creating EC2 instance, we have to select PAM key, right? You said, but there was
Oh,
another option .ppk. What is that, and why are we selecting only PAM key?
yeah. PPK is going to be useful to get the password for Linux-based operating systems. For Windows-based operating system, we are going to use the PEM extension.
Yeah.
For Linux-based operating system, we are going to use .ppk. Okay, we are going to see that the next session we are going to deploy one Windows, one Linux, and we are going to see differentiation between both and many things we are going to do. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So please log into that www.logiclabstech.com,
Yes,
and this is the
boss.
final demo session. Please select the batch 277 and please complete this buy now course link. Once you complete the payment, you are going to get a new Zoom link to continue the sessions from next Saturday onwards.
Yeah,
Yes, please. Someone is.
Srinivas, I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
Actually, in the cleanup process, generally we need to terminate the instance, or even we can stop the instance also, no issue.
No, no, no. Here, whatever the instances we are able to see here, if you are going to stop instance, what is going to happen is, as soon as you create an instance, it is going to consume some storage.
Even in the stopping mode also.
Yeah, stop means the resources, compute and memory resources are not going to utilize. But whatever the instance you deploy, that it is requires a storage, right? That
Yeah.
storage will be there in this volume place, this volume. If you go to this free tier limitation, this volume is also matters. This
Okay.
volume also, whatever the volume 30 GB, that is also will be there in the storage for 750 hours free. After 750 hours, it is going to start charging that whatever the space you consumed on the storage place.
Suppose in that server we installed some softwares. Suppose we terminated means again it got also uninstalled, right? So again we need to install whenever we are practicing, right?
Yes, again we need to deploy, again we need to configure, again we need to do all the steps. If you don't want, let it continue my practice. If you stop this volumes, the storage is going to be free for 750 hours, and whatever the storage is free, this along with it is going to count. So it is better to practice whatever the practice you are going to do, better to terminate and do practice again, so that you are going to get a better exposure, better practice. Okay, if you are ready to pay the charges for this particular storage consumption, it is nominal charges will be there, not a huge charges. Okay, if
Okay.
you want to keep the server, you can keep by stopping the server, not to terminate. Terminate in the sense, entire data will be wiped off.
Yeah, entire we lost
Yeah.
actually, right?
Yeah, exactly. In a real-time environment, we are not going to terminate.
Okay.
We are going to stop the server because
Yeah.
application will be there, application configuration will be there, user database will be there, many things will be there.
One
Okay.
final question actually, we have another 4 weeks, right? 4 weekends. Whatever we have a course content, all the services will be covered, right?
Yes, everything will be covered. It is not only 4 weeks. Based on your understanding, based on once you say that everything is understood, then only I'll move to next topic.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
so it may extend one more week, no issues.
Okay. Okay. That is one.
I'll make sure I'm going to explain what are the services, is important services are required to complete this course. I'll make sure to complete this course. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Srinivas, I have a quick question that may be the extension of previous question. So what is the difference between hibernate and terminate?
Okay. Hibernate and terminate. Hibernate option where you are going to find out generally that hibernate option you are going to find out on laptops. Yeah, while closing the lid, what is going to happen? That it is going to sleep mode. Generally hibernate in the sense sleep mode. The whatever the application that just you are not properly closing, you are just making a sleep position. As soon as again you start, it is going to start where you left out, and it is going to start from there. Okay, that is a hibernate. Stop in the sense it is going to shut down state. Again, the services are going to start again from the start position. Whereas in hibernate, whatever the applications are in open state, that applications will be go to sleep mode. As soon as you start again, wherever you stop, from there it is going to start. It is not going to start from the start position. Okay, that is the difference between stop and hibernate. Hibernate function we never use in server operating systems. Yeah.
Okay, while connecting dealing with this EC2 instances, I have observed that option just above the terminate option, there is a hibernate instances. So that's why I asked this question.
Yes, yes. Generally, in the server operating system, whenever server operating system, we are not going to use a hibernate option. It is meant for only desktop operating system. Yeah.
Okay, and in the present screen, it is showing as a instances 2. Means we have till now we have created 2 instances. Does it that
Here, instances it is running is going to
0?
showcase as 0.
Yeah.
Here, instances, whatever the instance, if I click on this instance, it will be cleared off after some time. It is showing as an instance state is terminated.
Terminated.
Okay, if you stop the instance, it is going to showcase as this particular instance as a stop state. You can select that and then start again. You can get a start. Okay, like that. Clear?
Okay, after some time it will be 0, right?
Yes, after some time it will be 0. Now, whatever the dashboard it is going to showcase 0, 0. We need to make sure everything is 0. Here you can see that key pairs we generated 2 key pairs and security groups. You can clear off by like selecting key pairs. I'm going to select key pair. Whatever the key pairs we generated, we can delete these key pairs. No use of these key pairs. I'm going to click on actions. I'm going to delete. Type delete. Delete. That key pairs gone. Then back to EC2 dashboard. Now I'm going to click on security groups. By default security group, one default security group will be there. Apart from the default one, remaining ones we can delete. Okay, these 2 security groups. we need to make sure everything is 0, 0. Okay. Just confirm, delete, type delete the security groups. So dashboard, if you go to back dashboard, everything is 0 and except security group, it is a security group is going to showcase also only 1. Okay. This is a initial dashboard. While starting the session, EC2 dashboard, it is going to showcase all 0, 0. Okay, now it is showing instances too. No need to worry about this. These instances will be clear off after some time. Only thing we need to make sure this is in a stop state or terminate state. As I know that it is terminated, just I'm going to cross check. Terminated. Okay, that's it.
Okay,
Yeah,
now at the end of the session, now I want to check how much is consumed from my free tier account. How can I check now?
Okay, good question. Either we can click on services, this cloud financial management, select cloud financial management, billing and cost management. If you click on billing and cost management, and you will find a option in this dashboard, you are going to find out option of free tier. Yes, this free tier. This free tier option will be updated by next day, not on the same day. It will be updated by next day. Whatever the consumption you are done, that is going to update by next day, not now, today. This is one option, or else you can click on this particular account. Click on this arrow, you will find account information. That account information also redirects to the same dashboard. That is also available. Clear?
Okay.
Here, click on account. You are going to get a same dashboard. There also free tier option is there. Yeah.
Okay, got it, Srinivas. Thank you.
Yeah. So that is all for today. See you all for next week, and please select payment, complete the payment to continue uninterrupted sessions. That is batch number. Make sure while completing the payment, make sure batch number 271 and click on buy now. You are going to get in a WhatsApp community also to complete the payment link. If you find any difficulties, please speak to send email communication support at logiclabstech.com, or else you can reach out the provided contact numbers. They are available on this provided contact number. This is the support at logiclabstech.com, and you can reach on these particular numbers if you find any difficulties to complete the payment. Yeah. Thank you all. See you on next weekend. Bye.